back. The shackles have been broken.
Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty. We're free at last.
Yo, this is Nick D.
I'm Brie K, and this is Kasari.
You already know what it is, man. It's William Cater.
Yo, this is DJ Lost and Found from the Missing Link podcast.
Hey, what up? It's Miss Hero from Pew Army.
This is Stephen the Levite.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy YP, a.k.a. Young Paul. You know what I mean? Representing the East Coast, New York, Jersey, stand up.
And you're tuned into the That's Not
Christian Podcast. Woo!
Hey, yo. Welcome back to another episode of That's Not Christian Podcast. This is episode 189. Woo. Happy Monday to everybody. Thanks for tapping in with us. Shout out to the audio-only listeners. Listen to this on Apple Music, Spotify, or wherever else you listen to audio-only podcasts. What's going on, Jay?
Nothing much, man. Good to be back. We're finally back. It's
Well, it's just me
Resurrection
and you.
Monday.
Resurrection Monday. Let's
Yeah,
go.
it is.
Yeah, I was doing the math. I was like, wait, today's Resurrection Monday.
Yeah.
Your pastor don't say that, though.
Nah, it's Sunday. Sunday Super Bowl. The church's Super Bowl.
Yeah, facts, though, right? That
Yeah.
was pretty dope. What'd you do? Did you do anything special?
We went over to my mom's, my sister's, and yeah, just chill, family. So, what's that? Is that a adult beverage there? fella?
It's a adult beverage. It's a Heineken.
Oh, okay.
For
Nice.
audio only,
Mountain
I'm
Valley
kidding.
spring water. Okay.
Sponsor me, Mountain
Let's
Valley.
go.
Let's go.
Who-
You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been drinking this water, man. It comes in a glass bottle. I just bought, the 5-gallon jugs.
Mhm.
They come in glass bottles too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you know who owns Mountain Valley? By any chance?
Probably Budweiser.
Oh, wait, are they the ones that?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I was just kidding. I
Oh,
don't know.
okay.
Yeah. Nah, we started drinking it a couple months now, man, and I just ended up buying the 5-gallon bottles because I was buying the boxes for the
Mm,
water, and I was like, bro, let's just get the 5-gallon joint.
Gotcha. Are you into the whole plastic contaminant type of thing? Is that why you got the bottles? Or
That's
you always
why.
drank bottles?
No,
Glass
no,
bottles.
no.
Really?
Well, soda tastes better in glass bottles, right?
True.
In my opinion.
True.
The water, bro. If you find one of these, if you find one to drink it and tell me, I feel like it tastes way better. I
Mhm.
imagine it's because of the bottle. Maybe it's the source. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's all in your
maybe-
head.
Yeah, it could be all in my head. But yeah, that's the reason why I got it, because trying to reduce. I mean, everything's in plastic, right? Packaged in plastic, but trying to
Right.
reduce, the amount of plastic that I consume. So,
Gotcha.
that's why we did that.
Gotcha. I mean, now that you think of it, I mean, the only glass bottle I've drank is Pellegrino, but that's sparkle water.
Yeah.
And then I mean, I guess it has a slight taste that's different than like your regular Pepsi,
Mhm.
sparkle water, or Coke,
Yeah.
whatever brand.
Yeah, I like the flavor joints. The ones that come
Oh,
in,
yeah.
in the can.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
I heard it's fake though.
What do you mean?
Like the flavor that they add is like artificial.
Oh, word? I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. I'm not surprised
Yeah.
though. Yo, what's up, LNF? Thanks for joining us, man.
Word.
We out of jail. Fresh out of
Yeah.
jail, California dreaming.
Word. Speaking of, LNF says TNC posted bail.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, we was bad for a week.
We tried to fight. We tried to dispute it, but
Yeah.
Google was like, "Nah, dog." It said, what was it
It's
that they
still-
said? They said that there was some misinformation in our short. First of all, it's a short, so
Yeah.
there's like no context, right, to the conversation.
Right.
And we were talking about Trump being arrested.
Right. Well, yeah, I was there. Yeah, I was talking because I wasn't on.
Yeah, well, we were talking about Trump predicting he was going to be arrested. That's what we were
Right.
talking about, because he hadn't been arrested yet.
Correct.
And I think the reason why we got flagged was because of the AI picture that I added to the short.
Towards the end, yeah.
Yeah, towards the end. I think that's what did it because we really didn't say anything. I know Ant said like he told people to riot, and I was like, did he really say that? You know what I
Right,
mean? I was like, did he say it? Because I didn't believe that that's what he had said.
right,
Especially after January 6th, right? I feel like he well, I don't. So I was gonna say I felt like he would have learned his lesson, but I don't think he called people to riot on January 6th either.
right, right.
Um, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
But I feel like he would have picked his words a little bit more carefully. But anyway, so that's why I said, did he really? And so we were talking about that. Anyway, in the clip, the AI picture is like a bunch of there's like three different
they're good.
pictures. They're real
Yeah,
good. They look legit.
yeah.
They got some biting ones now too.
Oh, okay.
Saw them on Twitter. And so I think that's why, because like, I mean, do you have any other ideas of why we would have been?
Yeah, I mean, I went back to see the video,
Mhm.
which is posted on Instagram still. And I was like, did they say anything? Like, what was the
Right,
deal? Because I thought they banned it because of something that you guys said
right,
during the episode. But I went back and I'm like, I don't see anything wrong. Like everything
right,
that I said was number
right,
one hypothetical, and you were just questioning about what he was saying to Ryder now. But
right.
even after that, Ann was like, "Oh no, that's what the news
That's what
media
they
is
were
saying."
saying. That's what the news was saying. Right, right.
So I was like, I don't know. But then I saw the pictures at the end,
Mhm.
and then you had a song over it. Um,
Yeah,
and I was like, maybe that's it. But then they would
but it
just,
wasn't a copyright.
correct.
It
It would
wasn't a copyright.
correct, correct.
And
So
we
I
got
don't
and
know.
we got
It
we
is
got
what
a
it is.
strike too. Like usually
Yeah,
they just take the monetization,
correct.
but this one was a legit strike. Like you can't go live at all.
Yep, yep,
You know?
yep. It's unfortunate. So that's why we wasn't we didn't have a show last week.
No,
Um I mean
we're
we could have
trying.
probably, went live on another platforms and
This dude's
stuff.
racist, bro.
Yeah, but I was like, man, that's messed up.
They don't want to see the Latinos. They don't want to see the Latinx podcast. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of
Yeah.
Latinx, real quick, I gotta tell you this
Yeah.
story, bro.
Go
I was
ahead.
on Twitter and I found this group called Latino Rifle Association, right? And I was like, "Oh, cool! You know what I mean? Latinos that love guns just like me. Let me join, right?" And it's a Discord, and I go on the Discord, and do you have to? It's like an application process. They vet you and everything, so they ask you like 4 or 5 different questions. How did you find us? Um, I forget what the other questions, but the ones that raised red flags for them because of my answers was my name and pronouns, where I live, and my political affiliation, right? And I'm just like, bro,
Okay.
like, why? If we're like gun enthusiasts, you know what I'm saying? We support the Second Amendment right and whatnot. Like, what does it matter where I live,
Mhm.
what my political affiliations are, right?
Yeah.
Or my pronouns? Like, what? Why?
I mean, pronouns I don't get, but maybe where you live and your political affiliation, maybe they're getting a lot of people who aren't really, you know, enthusiasts, and they're trying to like weed that out.
Maybe. But so I went back and forth with this, like, with 2 mods on there.
Mhm.
And and the mods were nice people that, but they're the gatekeepers, you know what I'm
Right, right,
saying?
right. Right.
And so one of the dudes is like, oh, well, people were concerned, there was several concerns. I'm like, yo, several concerns. He's like, yeah, well, we can talk about it or whatever.
So before you continue, did you submit that you were like, "Yeah, I live in Cali," and all that, or
No,
no? Okay,
I said
okay.
I live in FEMA Region 9, right?
Okay, well, what
Which
is that?
FEMA, so the United States is divided into different FEMA regions.
Okay, okay.
FEMA,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So FEMA Region 9 includes Arizona, Nevada. Uh, did I say Arizona?
Yes.
California.
Uh-huh.
Basically the West Coast, right?
Okay. Okay.
So I'm basically saying, you know what I mean, I'm in Cali without saying I'm in Cali, just because I feel like it's none of your business, dog. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Like,
right.
especially if we talking about guns, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you're fed or whatever, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so I say female region 9, right? With my pronouns, I say, I say my name is Jay, and I write NA, right? Non
Yeah, yeah.
applicable, not available, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
I'm
right.
not participating in this charade.
Right, right.
And then for my political, I wrote, "Am I being detained or am I free to go?" You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this, bro? Nazi Germany? Like, what's going on, son? You know what I mean? Like, and so they denied me for that. I submitted twice and they denied me twice. And so the guy's like, well, if you don't mind talking about your answers, you know, um, we might be able to let you in or whatever.
Mm,
So he said that the reason why they do this is because they don't want to have people in there who come into the group who, are like people who are just trying to disrupt, right? The group or whatever.
mm,
And then he mentioned I don't know if I should say this because we might get flagged for it. It rhymes with Yahtzee, but it starts with an N.
okay.
Um, right? And they want to keep those people away.
Uh-huh.
Um, and so I'm like, okay, cool. And then he starts asking me questions, and he asked me how I feel about the whole pronouns thing, and how do I feel about the LGBT. And I'm like, if you worried about, the N word, right?
Uh-huh.
Why are you asking me about the alphabet mafia? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you was worried about the N word. You know what I'm saying? What
Yeah.
that got to do with someone's sexual preference? I just thought that was weird. But yeah, that was my experience with the Latino Rifle Association, man. But
Interesting. Now,
but they let me
did
in
that
though. They let me in. They finally let me in.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But it took like
Alright.
a whole month, bro. Like, come on. Man.
Yo, they gotta vet their people, son.
So like it's like I was joining the Illuminati, bro.
You did. So is this like group a big group or,
Yeah, that's
small?
so there's like people in like different states.
Mhm.
There's not a lot of like there's people talking, but it's not like us on Telegram. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like
Okay, okay.
it's not like that. Like which I was kind of like I was kind of hoping for because I kind of want to meet people in my community.
Yeah.
Um, but it's not as active. It's active, but it's just not as active like what I expected. I'm on other Discord chats where like it's like it's crazy. It's daily.
Got it.
But yeah. So
Wow.
anyway,
That's good though.
oh,
You got
you got El Chapo. I lost you. You're on mute.
my arm touched the
What'd you say?
touchpad. I said, at least I let you in. So
That was just the
that's good.
weirdest thing, bro. Like,
I was gonna say maybe also the question about the LGBT was uh, because of what occurred in Nashville like a couple
you
weeks
think
ago.
you think they're trying
Or
to keep
less.
the alphabet mob out?
Um, I mean
I don't think so, bro.
maybe, but I mean I don't know. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you were trying to get into the group for a while before what happened in
Before,
Nashville.
yeah,
Yeah,
before.
yeah. So yeah,
I just,
I
I
don't know.
just, I felt
Interesting.
based off on the questions that they had. Um, I feel like I'm not gonna be in that group very long. Either they're gonna kick me out or I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, yeah. But let me ask you this: even
Yeah.
if the Alphabet City is there, I mean, wouldn't there be maybe a Alphabet gun loving person,
Yeah, yeah. And I
right?
don't got no problem. I ain't got no
Right,
problem with that
right.
as long as you
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
you're doing the most with it. We're here to talk about guns, not what I'm saying anything
Correct,
else.
correct.
Like so we cool. Like I ain't got no problem. Like do you know what I
For
mean?
sure,
Like
for sure.
whatever. But you ask me my opinion. My opinion aligns with the Bible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's it.
Mm, well,
Yeah,
all right.
it was just mad weird to me. Man, anyway, I don't even
Very.
know how we got on the subject. My bad.
I don't know. You just wanted to
Oh, because like we said
talk about
Latino
it.
or Latinx podcast. Yeah, I said
Oh
Latinx
yeah,
podcast, and so that reminded me real quick of that story.
yeah, yeah. So
So that was interesting.
all right, what'd you do for Easter?
Nothing, man. I watched I woke up late. I woke up mad late. So I watched a Voti video on YouTube.
Okay.
That that was my church service. And then I went to go hang out with some family, just ate pizza and talked about the political climate here in California.
Oh gosh, that's always fun.
You know what? It was an interesting conversation because this relative, like I thought was liberal, but they've kind of, I mean, they no, they I know they're very liberal, right?
Hmm.
And within the last 2 years, right, since the last election, they're kind of moving towards the right, which was,
Interesting.
yeah, it was crazy to me, and a lot of it had to do with just with focusing on family,
Mm, yeah.
and the alphabet mob,
Right. Right.
being in schools and everything else.
Yeah, that's interesting you say that because like on my side as well, I'm getting kind of the same thing where they were like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna vote Biden, and we got to get Trump out, and mean
Yeah.
tweets and all this other stuff, and then now it's like, dang, like I think I think we messed up on this one, you know. And the same thing is because the whole family,
All right.
kids, indoctrination, like that's the pretty much the main reason.
All right.
Um, that. So that's very interesting.
Yeah, man. A lot of people are kind of getting that Biden remorse. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, you know, it's crazy because, like, I post criticism for both sides, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And so I posted something recently about Trump. I don't remember what it was. I had posted something about Trump, and so somebody was like, what's the better option? Biden? I'm like, bro, I'm not even saying that, you know?
yeah, yeah,
Like, relax, bro. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, your man really isn't that much different. You know what I mean? Aside from like the alphabet mob, I think they're pretty much the same.
Right, right. They still kill people. I think that's what you posted. Spend money on these wars and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he was saying the economy was better. I was like, well, your man printed 60
Mad
percent,
money.
sixty
Yeah.
percent of the dollars in circulation up until that point, more than any other president prior to him.
Right,
You don't
right,
think that affected the economy in any kind of way? He didn't stick around to find out what was going to happen.
right.
But this
Yeah.
person was like, wasn't trying to hear it.
Yeah.
They're just like
It's
they're just anti-Biden. Like, all right, cool. I mean, I'm anti-Biden too. Like, you know,
yeah. Yeah, it's funny the people that you get because they're like, oh, Jimmy's a Republican,
Mhm.
he's a Trump supporter, but then when you hit the other side, it's like, nah,
Yeah.
So that's always funny when it happens to me.
Yeah, especially in our comments, right?
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
just like, bro, you
yeah,
did not listen. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly. Like and subscribe,
You're right. Like and subscribe. Yeah. So
and then
you had
and then
those. You had those. Go ahead.
no, no, go ahead. I what?
I was gonna say. So you had these conversations on Easter.
No, 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 not on Easter. Just like
Oh,
randomly.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. No, Easter was just chilling with the kids.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Did you guys do like Easter egg hunt and all that?
yeah, yeah. We did an Easter egg hunt.
Uh huh.
Yeah, yeah. We heathens like that.
Got you. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
I'm not Kyle Manning. Like to each his own.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's it. Just chill. It
Yeah.
was a nice day.
What
So,
did you guys I had pizza, bro, so I'm trying to
so
live
did we.
vicariously.
To
Oh,
be
you did? I
honest.
was gonna ask you, what
Yeah,
did you
yeah,
eat? So you
yeah.
had pizza.
No, but what's funny is we were gonna order Chipotle actually, but
Okay.
they were all closed because it's Easter.
Really?
Yeah, they were all closed around us. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So we had to settle for
I didn't know. I thought only
pizza.
Chick-fil-A did stuff like that. I didn't know like secular businesses did that.
I mean, maybe because it's Easter, right? They want to give the opportunity for people to be with their families, but I think normally they're open on Sundays.
But like
Unless it's
Easter
like
is
Christmas, New
yeah.
Year's, stuff like that.
Right, but like Christmas is like you
More
got
celebrated
you
by
got
everybody.
yeah, like you got Santa Claus in there, you got
Right,
Hanukkah
right.
kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So you can kind of
Yeah.
like I don't know, kind of justify it not being a religious holiday, but Easter kind of it
Yeah.
really is a, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like people ain't thinking about the rabbit like that. You know what I
I
mean?
agree. Agree. Yeah, we were shocked. It was like I had already placed what we wanted on the app because we were gonna
Yeah,
pick it
you
up.
missed it all that time. Oh yeah,
Yeah, and
add
then
some
all of a sudden,
guacamole.
yep, yep, all that. And then we go up and it's
No.
like, oh, this location is closed. I was like, well, that's weird.
Yeah.
And then I opened the map and it shows you all the location. They all have like Z's on it. Like, oh, they're all closed, even in the city. So
Uh-huh.
that's how I knew that all of them, were closed on Easter.
Oh, that's
And it
crazy.
and it was early too, so it wasn't like 7 o'clock or something like that. It was like 2:30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so pretty crazy. Now we know no Chipotle on
No
no Ch-
Chipotle, bro.
eh,
You
on
gotta. I
Sunday.
wanted to cook, but like I said, I woke up late, so it was just I was pretty much lazy all day. After
Dang,
that, once I woke up, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to sleep.
yeah, Uber Eats, $40 in fees.
I actually picked up the pizza because we went to,
Okay.
go visit family, so we
Oh,
ended up
nice.
picking up. But I probably would have done DoorDash or something like that. Uh, Probably paid the premium and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro, it's so convenient.
for sure. LNF says Jimmy leaked the Pentagon documents on Discord. Oh, oh. Have you
That's
seen those
funny.
documents? I
Mm-mm. Which
haven't.
ones? Which
I
ones you talking about?
So supposedly there was some Ukraine Russia documents
Mm-hmm.
that show, um, if I'm not mistaken, how Ukraine is kind of like hustling everybody. Um,
Oh, no way.
and somebody apparently leaked it, and supposedly the Biden administration specifically is like in shambles right now because they're trying to figure out how to get it off platforms and stuff like that. So
It's already there. It's there.
but they could be like, "Hey, these are false. This is not
Of
real."
course, of course. We didn't
It
do
is what
that.
it is.
And then you
But I
find out.
haven't seen it personally to like read it or see any
I'm
photos of
as
it.
soon
But
as we get off, I'm gonna go looking for them. LNF, drop
yeah,
that link. I know you got it,
yeah, that dude got it printed and everything ready to go.
bro. I'm gonna start selling them on Amazon. You know what I mean? I'm
That's
gonna
a good
put it
idea.
in a little book format. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Your your little pocket guide.
Pocket guy. You know what I mean?
How Ukraine hustled the world in 5 easy steps.
5 easy steps. Yo, that dude is the highest paid actor. You know what I'm saying?
In Ukraine or okay, you said yeah, yeah, for
Zelensky.
sure.
That dude
Yeah,
is the highest paid actor. Like people arguing, you know what I mean? Is it Denzel? Is it Tom Cruise? No, it's Zelensky,
it's
bro.
that dude. Dang.
That dude is the highest paid actor 2020. Was it 2021,
They should
22?
give they should give him the Oscar.
We definitely should, man.
You know,
That dude hustled everybody.
still hustling everybody.
And I think they just sent him another bag last week.
Yeah, yeah. It's every week, bro. Every Friday he gets paid.
he got he's on the
It's,
Fed now. He's on the
yeah,
Fed now. It just
yeah.
goes
He's on
into his
payroll.
account.
Yeah, he's on
Yeah.
payroll.
Yeah, because
He submits his hours. His
Yep.
expenses.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. No more
That's,
no more Zelle and Cash App. You know what I mean? It's all Fed now.
oh,
CBDC now.
yeah, yeah.
That dude's on the beta testing right now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Everything's running smoothly for him.
Yeah, for sure. That's
Yeah,
wild.
it is. It is. You think our money's gonna expire, like they say? Are they
It
gonna
can.
implement
I,
that?
I I heard a couple of people. I don't know who shared the video, but I saw a video where someone said like, in order to hedge against inflation, they can put expiration date on your money, and it's not something that's far fetched because we know that China has done that already. Is doing that.
Mhm.
Um, so if you know your dollars are gonna be expiring, you're gonna spend it, right?
Right, right.
Um, I just Bro, like this whole thing is wild. So for those of you who don't know, we're talking about the CBDC, right? Which is the digital dollar that there is really going to happen, right? It's like in July or is it June, something like that, like in the near future.
Correct. July.
So they're already testing it in some markets, right? Some beta testing. And this is going to be interesting times, bro. Like, a lot of people said like when credit cards first became available, like it was the end of the world, it was the mark of the beast, you know
Yeah.
apocalypse, Jesus is coming back, because we're going to be in a cashless society. We're
Yeah.
really going to be in a cashless society.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's going to be no more dollar, like, that's
That's the
crazy.
that's the interesting part. We'll see it. We'll see what this does to crypto too, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum,
To the
stuff like
moon,
that.
baby.
I mean, I don't know because right now there's like a big push to like get it banned, right? And then I
The
was
government,
wondering, I was
yeah.
like, why are they really try to get this to be banned, right? And then I hear the news about the FedNow thing, and I'm like, oh,
And
that's why.
not only are they trying to ban it, they're trying to ban your access to it, because they're also going to ban VPNs
Oh yes,
with the
yes, I heard
TikTok
about that.
bill. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yes,
why would you use it? Why would you use a VPN? You know what I mean? Maybe I want to buy some crypto and I can't buy it in my country. You know what I'm saying?
correct.
So that should be in. I think more. I think people are going to be cool with the Fed now, though. It's because it's going to be a lot more convenient than buying crypto, especially with the fees, because there's a lot of gas fees with Ethereum and stuff like that, and it
Right, right.
fluctuates. It's like it could be like,
Very unstable.
yeah, $3, $20. You never know.
Right, right,
Um, so I think the people who are invested in crypto are going to double down and invest more, just because of the privacy aspect of it, right?
right,
I don't foresee that people who were never in it are gonna go to crypto because of this Fed now. I just think I just think it's too complex. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just too much work, too much trouble, especially if the government is like trying to ban it and ban VPNs and everything else. It's like, why am I gonna take that risk?
right. I mean, I think the only thing that's gonna suck is if the government actually bans it. Um, welcome, brother.
Peace and blessings.
Thank you for showing up on
Resurrection
Resurrection
Monday.
Monday.
Like your hats, bro. I think you
Thank.
guys. Anyway,
Anyway, yeah.
this
So,
dude's drinking on the pod already.
yeah, yeah. That's it. It's been a long weekend.
We're sponsoring. We're helping out Heineken because it's not Budweiser.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I think the biggest story is the government actually banning it,
Yeah,
and if they ban it, then dang,
it's going through the roof.
that's gonna be crazy.
It's going
Yeah.
through the roof.
Yeah, but then if you got the Fed now showing up on your door because you use a VPN to buy or be on TikTok or whatever, like, damn, that's too much.
Yeah,
That is too much.
You think they'll be that extreme?
I mean, from what it seems, right? This is like Patriot Act 2.0.
bro. Well, they banned gold in the past. You could
Yes,
you
I
couldn't
didn't know
own
that.
you couldn't own gold.
You had to surrender it.
Yeah, you
Wow.
had to give it up to the government, bro. So this isn't surprising. You know what I mean? Like, you can't hold crypto. You can't hold Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever. Like, you know,
Yeah,
So
we'll
that's what
see.
they pushing. They can't
For
have
now,
crypto.
I mean, they trying.
yeah.
They trying. We'll see what happens though. We'll see come July or end of the year what
With
they
that
what they come up with.
with that Fed now.
Yeah.
Fan now, son. Fan now, and it's not like you can even.
Now you
uh
getting fed.
you don't even have the option to like, hey, I don't want to use
Pause.
this. Like all the banks are just
No.
gonna just start using it. So it's pretty wild.
You part of the
Yeah.
feds now.
Right.
Word, word.
That's
Yeah.
our
Well,
money. That's
LNF,
our money now.
when we went to the gold standard, the U.S. government banned gold, because the U.S. was hoarding gold because it was, back in the U.S. dollar. So there was a limit to how much gold you can have. It wasn't a lot. I don't remember what the number is, but I'm sure you could Google it. But yeah, they banned gold and they were confiscating gold.
Wow.
Yep. Yep. And then we got cash. But speaking of
Yeah,
money,
yeah.
right, and value, um, Instagram finally came out with their verification, monetization model where
Mm-hmm.
they're charging you $15
Let's go.
to get a wonderful blue check on
Mm-hmm.
your account.
Nice.
And there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, okay, this is cool. Yeah, I can get a blue check now. I
Mm-hmm.
don't have to pay, 50 bands or hundreds of thousands, or
Right.
know somebody at Meta." Um, and then there's other people that say that this devalues the whole verification, I guess, world.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
what do you guys think about that? Are
So
you paying your $15?
Switch, you got to check.
No,
You
I
got to
do
check for
not.
Zuck.
I'm verified in real life. I don't need blue checks.
Verified
I
in the
said that.
streets.
I said that in the bars already, man. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I do think in a way it did lose its value because now anyone can have it. But the purpose of having the blue check was for verification, right? That was to, verify you are who you say you are,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you're someone that's that has status in the world, right? Or has, someone that maybe somebody want to uh create a fake page under your name or something like that, and then
Yeah.
just separate the real from the fake, right? But then it became like a status quo, like, oh, I got a blue check, and that kind of, wanted everybody kind of chasing that whole blue check, and
Mm-hmm.
you know trying to get all these metrics together to get a blue check. I mean, because if you have a blue check, people figure that you're someone who's important.
Right.
But now that anybody can just get a blue check, I can just go online and get a
Anybody
blue
can
check.
get it.
Yeah, I think it does lose its value in a way. But I also do think that if you had a blue check previously, and if you buy a blue check now, I think your content is what's most important, right? Because you could have had a blue check before, and I know people that got blue checks and they're not doing much with their content, right? So, um, having a blue check now doesn't make it any better, because you're gonna have, if your content is not good, right? If it's not what people want to look at. So those are just my thoughts on the whole blue check thing.
Right.
Now, let me ask you this, right? Do you think that it lost value now that Meta slash Facebook introduced it, or did you think about that also when Elon and Twitter introduced it?
Because I always felt, I didn't even know that Twitter had a blue check, like, until we went and got one. I was like,
Okay.
oh, they have a blue check. But I think on IG that was, and Facebook, that's like a big thing. Like, having a blue check was like a status quo, like
Hmm.
at least for me, that's from my perspective, right? Maybe
Yeah.
maybe other people didn't think nothing of it, but it was like, oh, who's this person? They got a blue check and everything, right? And they got a followers. Let's check them out. Like,
Right.
now it would be like, that's just homeboy from the hood who
From down the
decided to
block.
pay
Right.
$15. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it's not as important, I guess.
See, okay, so well, I'll let Jimmy answer the question as well.
What's the question?
Do
Like
you
how
do
I
you think
feel? No, I just mean like I
do
want to
you,
make sure I answer the question.
no
Like
no
how I feel about it,
yeah
or what do I think about it, or
yeah, what do you think, and do you think it's lost its value?
like I don't care, bro. Like I was never impressed with blue checks. Like I know, but I know that it holds value, right? Like for consumers, right? When they see you with a
Mhm.
blue check, they think like Switch said, they think you're somebody. You know what I mean? You have some sort of status. my thing right now is really all these people who are criticizing the people who had the blue check before that are criticizing and trying to talk trash to the people who are paying $15 a month. It's like, bro, like people were paying before. You know what I'm saying? People were paying $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 for them checks. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not act like people weren't paying for them. Let's not act like people ain't faking followers and likes on Instagram, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's very valuable. Because first of all, I think that there was a problem with Instagram and Facebook's system previously, right? Because they were very selective with the people that they accepted. That's why they created somewhat of a black market, and people were paying $3,000 to $5,000 and upwards of that. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, I think that they had a problem with that, with their system. But now, I think it's valuable because if you're a business owner, you can verify that you're a legitimate business just by providing your credentials. I would never send Facebook or Instagram my ID, my birth certificate, none of that. You know what I mean? But if you're a business owner and you send them your business license or something like that to verify that you are a legitimate business, you know what I mean? Especially like if you got a regular schmegular name for your business, like Jimmy's Plumbing or something like that. You know how many Jimmys are out there? You know what I mean? Like you get that blue check, you're verified. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's helpful for the consumer to not be deceived so easily. Like look at how many of people we know got hacked, right? And then there was like people was reaching out, yo, invest in with this person, and we could turn your $500 to $10,000, right? But that also happens like when people create fake accounts,
Right.
like I've seen it with Kingdom Music. Like there's mad accounts that have fake Kingdom Music, you know what I mean? Like fake profiles, and they hitting people up for like donations for the ministry. You know what I mean? So
Wow.
so the blue check helps. You know what I mean? Like the blue check helps with people like that,
Right.
So that's just my take on it, man. I just think it's corny that these people are like, "Oh, you paying for your blue check now?" Whatever. It's like, bro, like how is that corny? Like, I don't see it as corny. Like you just trying to, you trying to put yourself out there like a legitimate business.
Yeah, yeah. I always say this. Particularly for Meta, right? I think in the beginning, regular Joe Schmo, is gonna get it. He's gonna feel important and all that. But I think after like 90 days or 120 days, that's when you'll realize, like, okay, why am I paying for this? And then I think we'll be back to that status quo where whoever has it, it's still like, oh, okay, this person must be legit, right? Because
Mhm.
now you got like 3, 4 months paying for it, and you already Instagram already weeded out, those that just wanted
Right.
the hype of it, right? Um, so yeah, Eleanor says I'm considering the blue check if it helps to stand out in the DMs for interviews.
Good.
And there you go. That's kind of to Jimmy's point, right? If you're a business and you're, trying to build, a customer base, definitely can help you.
Right.
I have heard though, because everybody's getting it now, a lot of people, who are already renowned and getting DMs are not even looking anymore because they're just getting a list of people who have blue checks, right?
Because everybody has a blue check.
Because everybody
Mhm.
has blue checks. So something to
Oh
consider
wow.
there. Yeah.
I mean, we got ours for Twitter, right?
Yes.
And I mean, I don't think we seen like a massive difference unless we're putting out like good content, right? Then that's the only time. But I think
Right.
I don't think there's no real benefit for just somebody who doesn't have like what LNF is trying to accomplish, or maybe us, or certain platforms. If it's just a random person, like I just want to have a blue check to have a blue check and
Just a flex, just so I can
feels,
say it in a rhyme.
yeah, just to flex and feel special. Like
Right.
it doesn't benefit you in any way. At least I don't think so, right?
Right.
Like unless you have really good content or
Yeah.
something that provides value to the space.
Right. It's like with anything you're gonna put your money to, right?
Right.
Is it gonna be a beneficial for you? you spend whatever $13 a month for Netflix, right? You're gonna get some form of entertainment. You
Right.
sign up to be a member of this YouTube channel, right?
Let's go.
You're gonna get
Value.
the value of the pod. So same goes for anything you're gonna put your bread towards. Now, is a subscription model kind of like the best model for any business, right? Because you kind of like forget about it, that you're paying for it, right? And sure, it's revenue for Zuck. Yeah,
Now,
I
Why
can
not?
argue there.
Why not? It's a tax write off. You should
Right,
do it.
for business, yes.
For
Yeah,
business. Well, yeah, because we're talking about business owners, right? Even if you're a musician, if you're a rapper, like you're a business owner. You know what I'm saying? So you should have your S corp, your LLC, and write that joint off. Get your blue check and write that joint off. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And then
now,
give me a call. I'll set up the ads for you. You know what I
let's
mean? And then
go.
my service fee is a tax write off too.
Let's
There you go.
You know what I mean?
There
go.
you go.
And TNC gets 2%.
Now, if you start seeing people
I'm glad that's recorded.
if you have people that are not having their blue checks anymore, right, in a couple months,
Yeah.
are you gonna laugh at them? You gonna be
I
like,
mean,
yo,
Nah,
that joint,
are you
you
really gonna
couldn't afford.
notice though?
Like,
Are
yo,
you
you
really
couldn't
gonna notice?
afford that joint no more, huh?
nah. They're being fiscally responsible, bro. What do you mean? How you gonna laugh at a brother for being fiscally responsible?
Yeah.
It could be that, or it could be, hey, it wasn't beneficial, or it didn't, it didn't turn out the way I thought it would be, right? Because they probably think that a blue check
Yeah,
still means something, right?
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
well, because they sell it like there's gonna be benefits where you're gonna be at the top of the list and the DMs and stuff like that. More people are gonna see your content,
which is great.
right? Right? They that's the way that they sell it. But when you post something, you paying for your blue check, you post something, you know what I mean, and you get 10, 20 views, you're gonna be like, bro, is this even worth it? You know what I mean?
Right.
I could
Right.
spend that money somewhere else.
Correct. Yeah.
And they with
And
Jimmy
and
running
uh,
ads.
Let's
yeah,
go.
I was gonna say, I mean, do you think people will even really notice like that? Like, oh, this person used to have a blue check, but not anymore. Like, for example, when Twitter came out
Right?
with
Who's keeping
their
track?
yeah, when Twitter came out with their verification thing, I would occasionally check to see, all these tweets that I'm now being served and see, okay, these people have always been verified or are they verified now?
Because you can't
But then
tell, right?
no, I mean, you can tell if you hover over it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then after a certain point, I'm like, why am I even doing this? Like, the value that the tweet is giving is more beneficial to me than figuring out if they're verified or not,
Right,
right?
right.
Mm.
So that was definitely a benefit, and I think it's going to be the same thing. Well, with Instagram, I don't know if you can,
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
you could tell there was a lot of memes. There was a lot of memes going out. Now, I'm gonna laugh at you because I'm gonna check to see when you got your verification, and if it says you got it in March, whatever. You look like a clown or whatever. I seen the memes and I was just like, bro, is it that serious? Like,
mm,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, I've never thought, like, I didn't even know that was a feature. You know what I mean? And like, even now, like, I never would think to let me see if this person just paid for it or they've been having that. Like,
right,
But
who
all right,
cares?
if you have a homie, right, or someone that you know from around the way that don't do nothing, but they want to have a blue check, you're not gonna be like, yo, my man, why you got a blue check for, bro?
not at all.
Like
Why?
honestly, like why?
Why though?
No,
Like, why do you care? Like, that's your man's $15. He can do whatever he want with it. You know what I'm
Because it's
saying?
like,
Like,
why would you want to have a blue check? You don't. No one's trying to impersonate you.
no me importa,
yes
bro.
and
You know what I'm
no.
saying? Like, yeah, you might have that conversation. You know what I mean? But like, who cares, bro? You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know anybody yet who isn't a musician, who isn't a business owner, who
Y'all
has a
gonna
blue
laugh
check.
when you see some people
The
that you be
one,
like,
the
yo,
ones that I,
why does dude got a blue check for, man?
the ones that I've seen, you know what I mean? Like, they doing something, so I understand it. If they paying for it or if they got it before, like, I understand
Right.
it. I get it. I haven't seen like just Joe the janitor. You know what I mean? From like, I ain't seen nobody like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I have.
yeah,
Oh, word. Okay. All
like,
right.
Joe, why you got the blue check?
I
But
Did you say something?
we'll revisit
nah,
this
nah,
in
nah, nah.
3 months
Well, yeah, we'll revisit it in 3
and see
months.
if
Yeah,
those people are still paying for it.
when that
I
when that
doubt it.
when that tax money is spent. You know what I
Right.
mean? And they can't afford the blue check no more. Like, yeah, it's either the blue check or Netflix. I think I'm gonna keep the Netflix.
Didn't they
Right.
put
Right.
out how much they made that first week or first
Yeah.
day or something?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy.
Crazy money.
Was it
44,
millions?
44 mil, I think.
$44 million.
Crazy, huh? Crazy.
That's wild.
Crazy.
They made
It
all that
is.
ad money.
Well, they had to, bro. They had to because TikTok is a serious threat. You know,
Yeah.
TikTok
Yeah.
is a serious threat, so they had to figure out a way to,
Get
find
revenue.
other streams of income. One of them is the verification, and the other one is the TikTok bill. Banning TikTok.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. And Zuck was like, yo, you guys are gonna pay 15.
Right.
Like Twitter's only $8. Like that's pretty
They might
crazy.
lower it,
You think so?
or will they raise it?
I mean, it all depends, right, on what Zuck wants to do.
I
And
think they'll
and it's
raise it.
funny
They're
because
gonna raise
you
it.
it's
They gonna
only
raise it?
15
I
just for
think so.
Instagram. Like you don't even get Facebook
Yeah.
verification.
Oh, you got to
You
pay
know?
separately for both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think it's like 13 for
it's
Facebook, isn't
30.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 13. So
Yeah.
13 and 15.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, pretty much 30, like you said.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you
And
go.
so, okay, so someone who's already been before all this happened, they got a blue check. They still got to pay for it?
Nah.
Not on
No?
Instagram. No.
Okay.
Yeah. On Twitter, Elon had mentioned that everybody was going to lose it and you would have to pay for it. But it seems like he walked that back a little because you had LeBron and a few other people be like, "Nah, we're not gonna pay for that."
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's still
excuse
there.
me. Meta verified cost is $11.99 per month on the
Oh,
web
oh,
and
there you go.
$14.99 per month on mobile,
Yeah, yeah, because
according to this article from TechCrunch.
Apple takes that fee
They
from the
want their
App Store.
cut.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yep, yes, sir.
I'm cool on that, bro. They're like asking for your ID.
So we
They
getting
want to
it?
know if you're vaccinated. They want to know your
Oh,
grandma's name, all that.
Are we getting the IG one and the Facebook
uh,
one?
I don't. I'm not really all that hype on it as I am with Twitter. So my answer
Why?
is no.
What's the difference?
I just feel like Instagram is already kind of established and Twitter is kind of rebuilding itself and there's like more activity going on. Um, you know, kind of like the new social media app that everybody runs to get their content out and like sign up all because it's kind of popping over there.
Yeah.
Instagram is feeling more Facebook-ish where when was the last time you went on Facebook and browsed, right?
Yeah. I
Never,
don't browse on Facebook.
Yeah, it's mostly Instagram. So
never.
to me, Instagram is feeling that way.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
that's my
do
opinion.
see. I do definitely see myself more on Twitter after like having a years of break from Twitter.
Yeah,
Um, because I tend to see some more content getting pushed that's valuable or funny or
right. That's
whatever it
good.
is. So,
Yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree as well.
and then sometimes conversations are being had, are being had more on Twitter than
Right,
IG, right? Because IG is
right.
content, video content, photos, whatever.
Yeah, you said something about El
And
Chapo, and
and
I
Twitter, you can just like kind of rant or say something, and then people could have a conversation about whatever question or whatever that subject topic is. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Definitely. I agree.
Which was always that way, but now it just seems to be more the direction where even big names tend to use it more now. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. For sure.
Like you be like, all right, you hear something, oh, this person said this on like you'll see a post on IG like, oh, this person said this, and then you're like, where they said that, and then most 9 times out of 10 is on Twitter.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or they did it in the comments of an IG section. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. What IG comments comes to mind when you mention that?
like 6ix9ine or whatever's out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever's trending.
Yeah.
Or like I went to Truth Social because your man Trump said something about a World War III. You know what I mean? So it was like, did he say that? You know what I'm saying? But they'll post it on IG as like a meme and say Trump said World War III, and I'm like, where did he say this?
Right.
So you go back to kind of reference and fact check as well.
Right. The reason I mentioned that was because I think you posted something on, I think it was Twitter, or if not, if it was Instagram, right? And somebody replied about killing demons or something like that. Am I right?
Oh, that is right. That is correct.
Go ahead, what
So,
happened?
Give that context.
so our good neighbors, CHHTS, Jimmy, they posted this artist. Oh, what's this artist do? He's dope. Gosh, I forgot his name.
Oh, wasn't it like KIG or something like that? Or what was my man's name?
Yeah,
You talking about the dude that's doing drill music, right?
Yeah, he's doing some of the drill, some of the more hype music that's out. Hold on, I gotta get him. I don't want to jack up his name.
No, we gonna get it. It's
Is it
your
still
man's
on your IG?
DKG Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's
Kai,
verified
yeah.
too. He verified too. Let's go.
Yeah. So Kai has music out where he's talking about he's demon slayer, demon killer, all this stuff, you know what I'm saying, in his music.
Mm-hmm.
And someone in CHHTS put, we can't kill demons, LOL, right? And I thought that was an interesting topic because I kind of feel that way, right? Where is, I understand like it's music, it's symbolic, but where is there really like scripture to support that we can actually physically kill demons? You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
So I was like, all right, this is to be a good conversation.
Reform pastors.
So I was like, yo, this would be a good conversation. Let me just retweet it. Yeah, and it wasn't like to throw shade at nobody, because maybe I may miss something that maybe they saw, like, yo, what about this scripture that talks about, and they'll be like, oh, okay, shoot. So that does make sense.
But you hear it a lot from charismatic rappers, right?
Yeah, you tend to hear it from charismatic artists, or you tend to hear it from more hood artists too, right? Like hood artists tend to one of my good friends, he was a ramen partner of mine when we was doing CHH Heavy back in the days.
Right.
His name was Spiritual Warrior, and that was his whole thing. I'll smack a demon, stomp a demon out. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he was heavy into like the whole spiritual warfare aspect, right? And but his street life was crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was always fighting and always rumbling and things like that. So it kind of translates into, spiritual warfare, right? And in the music, it would be more like, a physical thing, right?
Right.
So I don't really take it like, oh, he's really punching a demon in his face, right?
But that's what they say, though.
Yeah, really killing a demon.
And the thing is that what did Jesus say, right? He said, these come out through prayer and fasting, right? He didn't say, I smack a demon in the face, you know what I mean? Hit him with a chair, all that like dudes be talking about, I suplex a demon, you know what I mean? Like respectfully, like the dude you hear on Gritty CHH, you know what I'm saying? Like let's keep it a buck, you know what I mean? Like those dudes would be like, I suplex a demon, put him in a headlock, you know what I'm like? Bro, that's not in scripture. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Is it for them? Is it a symbolic thing, or is it right? Like, is it entertainment? Is it a symbolic thing? Is it, or do you take it like, yo, nah, we don't even do that? Like,
I consider it like 6ix9ine says, right, where he thought gangster rap was really for real, right? But he says most of these dudes is fake, like
Right.
they're not really gangsters.
Yeah.
They
I
don't
agree.
they don't be taking Glocks and start shooting up and whatever other gun bar there is.
So you think these CHH rappers that are saying this are fake? Is that, am I understanding you
Not
correctly?
not fake, like they don't believe in Jesus or anything like that. It's
Uh-huh.
just
But they're not smacking demons.
right. They're not literally smacking demons.
Right.
You know,
Right. It's
and
by
I think there's
entertainment.
a verse in Jude that is something along the lines about how we even talk about like the spiritual realm. Something like, was it Michael or somebody, and they were like, the Lord rebuke you, not me. Like, I can't even overstep my boundaries to talk about you in that kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to get the scripture, but
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it says Jude 1:9. But even Michael, one of the mightiest of the angels, didn't did not dare accuse the devil of blasphemy, but simply said, "The Lord rebuke you."
right, right. That's a scripture that comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have to read more into the context, but there is just like, I'm not even going to talk crazy about you like that. Like, I
Right.
let the Lord deal with you. Let the
Right.
Lord fight my battles. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So yeah, so I just thought it was an interesting conversation, right? I wasn't trying to take shots at no one. I wasn't,
Right.
I was just like, yo, facts or not, I was just like, what y'all feel about
But
this? You
it's
know what
a,
I'm saying?
yeah, I mean it's a real conversation, right? Because it comes down to your theology, really. Because it is those dudes, the charismatic dudes who are rapping like that. You know what I mean? Like you, you the dudes who are on the reform side, like Tim Brindle and them, like they talking about fighting sin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not
Mm-hmm.
smacking demons. Like I'm fighting myself. I'm fighting my flesh. I'm fighting the explore page. You know what I'm saying? Like let's keep it a
Mm-hmm.
buck.
Mm-hmm.
You fighting that daily.
But sometimes they not into the whole casting out a demon and none of that.
Who's that?
Like, sometimes they into, it's like two extremes, like where
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
side is more into like, well, you can't cast a demon out anymore, or that was only
Cessationist.
during that time, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if that's his position, but
yeah.
but yeah, you're right. There is definitely there's extremes on both sides. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all not cool with like suplexing demons off the top rope, chopping them in the throat and all that?
You know,
Y'all and the
your
Lord
man
rebuke
was
you?
your man just asked me. Your man just asked me if I listened to the NF album, bro. I was listening to Eshon this weekend. The whole weekend I was listening to Eshon, bro.
Ooh, you in that Hebrew on, huh?
You know what I'm saying?
You in your Passover, your Seder on for
I was,
real.
you know what I mean? Yo, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like I was, like I don't know, man. I can't listen to that music for too long. Like
Yeah.
smack the demon
But
suplex him
when
from the
have you
top rope.
heard
Like,
NF say he's gonna slap demons or
no, no,
anything
no.
like
I'm
that?
not. I just,
Oh, okay.
I brought that up because I
You
said
trying you trying to say he's charismatic?
what I've been listening to. You know what I mean? Is Eshon. I really ain't listening to like
Are you assuming his theology?
NF. Is he even a
Yeah.
Christian rapper?
I mean, a lot of people say because of this last album that
Well, I
he's
haven't heard it.
back.
That's what I'm asking you. I mean, I
Oh,
know
okay,
you heard
okay.
it. I know you
Yeah,
heard it,
yeah.
Papa. Tell me what's going on. What's the hot tracks on that joint?
No, I mean all of them. All
All
of
of
them are
them.
hot. Yeah,
Oh,
all of them
what?
are
No
hot.
skips.
No skips.
My daughter's been telling me to listen to it.
Facts.
Whoa, there you
What?
go. See?
Wait. But who should be listening to like on a regular schmegular? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's like
She
a
li- she
hard.
listens to like, you thought I was feeling you?
Right. Okay. And she likes NF. Okay.
Yep.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
She listens to all them sad world songs. All them,
Well, that's what he was, kind of making, right?
my
But I
life
heard
is horrible and
that's
all
not
that.
what he's rapping about on this album, right? I heard that this album is a lot different.
Yeah, he matured. I mean, he got married. He has a kid now. You know, he And it sounds like he forgave his mom for stuff that's happened, or at least dealing with it better.
Yo, is that a
So,
joke or like he really had beef with his mom?
well, the story goes that she there was a lot of abuse and all that, and she took her life. Um,
What?
yeah.
Who,
So
his mother?
yeah,
Oh wow,
yeah. So
That could
yeah,
explain
that's
why
sad.
somebody's depressed, bro.
right, right. So and then he talks about in the album how you know being married and having a kid now, like
Hmm.
he doesn't want what he experienced um to happen to obviously his kid.
Right.
So
I got to be
yeah,
happy.
right, right.
Yeah, I think kids definitely change like your whole perspective on life, man. Definitely my kids changed my trajectory. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yep.
For sure. Like it gave me hope. I had something to live for, and think about the future. So praise God, man, that, you know, NF is Christian. You
Yeah.
know what I
I
mean?
mean, LNF, I mean, put that comment up if you can, but I don't know if LNF is like, nah, or yeah. You
Yeah, you got the
gotta,
walking.
yeah, the
Yeah.
So
walking
so so
walking
you
away. I
so
don't
you
know.
thought that the
Yeah.
music was Christ centered, or was it like
Um, well, I mean, he mentioned Jesus, a few times. And not that he didn't mention him, his previous album, but it just seems this one was like, a lot more,
okay
Christ centered. Yeah.
Jesus or God? I'm praying, and you know what I mean.
Nah, he said Jesus.
Like he said
he said
Jesus,
he said the u-
Jesus or
he said the
Yeshua
universe.
Hamashiach. Did he say Yeshua Hamashiach?
No, no, he didn't say that. He didn't say
He
that.
said
Oh,
he said the
okay.
universe. Is that
So
what he
he
said?
not really,
The
really like,
universe.
no.
He not really CHH.
All right, so
What?
he said the universe? No.
No, no, no,
Okay.
no.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm
We
gonna
gotta
have to.
double check. We gotta always ask, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to that joint, man. I don't know if I'm ready for it because I ain't never really rock with NF like that, man. But I'm gonna give it a chance.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
he's
you
not
got the
gonna.
most thumbs down from track stars because of your comments. You and
Me? It
Ant's
wasn't me.
comments.
It wasn't me. It was Ant. What I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Jimmy likes that, boom bap, hard, lyrics and bars. Like, I mean, you're not really gonna get that so much
No, he got
from
bars.
NF.
I'm not gonna front. NF got bars. I just can't
Yeah,
get into his music.
yeah,
I think he's a talented artist. I'm not gonna front on him.
Okay.
But it's just not my wave. I'm an old head.
yeah. You want that Pop Smoke type joint, right?
Nah, that's
Nah,
Switch.
that's me, bro.
Oh,
That's
okay,
Switch. Yeah.
okay, okay.
I
All right,
want
my bad.
I want that
Confused you.
Griselda type of flow. You know what I'm saying? That's why
Yeah,
I
yeah,
rock with Eshawn, Selah. You know what I mean? Like there's certain artists that kind of give me that vibe.
All the real ones, you heard?
You know what I mean? You know what I
yeah,
mean? Because
yeah.
Boop, boop, boop,
all the
boop,
all
boop.
the all the best rappers come from New York, man. It's a fact. You know what I mean? That's why, yeah, man. That's why that's what I listen to.
Yeah.
That's why I was looking forward to that Bodega mixtape.
That was a good album.
Yeah, man. It had some great New York rappers. I think No Big Deal was on it. Why are you laughing?
Here we go.
No Big Deal is a great artist. That dude is talented, bro.
I know he is, but
Yeah.
what are you saying? You say it had great New York artists,
Yeah, well,
and
that's
then
what
you
Bodega
said
was,
no
right?
big deal.
He
No
was on
big
the
deal.
album, right?
It didn't have to be only New York.
I thought that was the whole idea behind. So he's not from New York.
No.
Where's he from?
Who?
No Big Deal. I thought he was from New York because he was on the Bodega album.
Yo, just stop, man.
No.
We already had this conversation, man. Your man added y'all, and y'all need to talk to that man.
Hey, so yo, speaking of CHH, changing the subject. Yo, our good friend Donte, right?
Oh,
Just
now he's your good friend, right? Now
he's
you
my
West
best
Side now,
friend.
right?
West Side all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I know Donte is from the West Coast. I know that for sure. That's facts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
facts. He's from the West Coast, you know, so there's no confusion there. So
Mhm.
he did he was on TMZ.
Oh, what happened? What they caught him with?
Nah, TMZ Sports, man. So
Oh, TNC Sports.
yeah, he
Okay.
invested in a 3 drug treatment centers here in California with Lamar Odom,
Whoa.
former Clipper. Go Clippers.
And Laker.
Go Clippers.
Uh, yeah.
Wow.
Whoa, that's awesome.
That's
That's
really
Bro.
dope,
awesome.
man. That's
So,
really dope.
yeah. So, and the drug treatments are all over Cali or where or just
Yeah,
South? Because he's
The
according
from
the
Diego,
Project
right?
West,
San Diego.
Yeah.
the
Yeah, he
Project
has
West,
Project
right?
West. Yeah, he has Project West. I think this is a separate from that. I
Okay.
think it's still like within the same scope of the things, you know, the services he's offering.
Right.
But he partnered with Lamar Odom and says that there are 3 drug treatment centers in California. So imagine there's
Wow.
probably going to be one in San Diego just because that's his hometown. But they're also this says here that he also partnered with former Hall of Fame skateboarder Dennis Martinez. So the Latinos are in there, you know what I mean, representing.
Let's
Oh,
go.
that's
We
cool.
Let's
outside,
go.
you know
We
what I
in
mean?
that.
We got some
We in there.
representation in there.
Wow,
Oh no,
finally.
no, yeah. So the article says they're gonna have one in San Diego, El Cajon, and Lemon Grove.
That's all
Wow.
South Cali, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
SoCal.
Damn, nothing for LA.
Yo, that's amazing though, man. Like
It is.
It is.
w- we talking about someone that we've built with before, right? We had on here. But even from the Lamar Odom perspective, right? And what what he's experienced, right? Or what we've known him, what we known Lamar Odom, right? After playing ball, right? Or the didn't he almost die or something like that?
Yeah,
Right.
Wasn't that
Yeah.
like an overdose or
yeah,
something like that? So
A few
to
times.
see
2 times.
him to see him be clean and then do a step further and then say,
get back.
I
Yeah,
want to help others, that's
Amazing.
honorable, man.
yeah, and
For
it's
sure.
not just like he's like licensing his name or anything. He said he wants to. Lamar Odom said he wants to be heavily involved. So that's really dope because he can give inspiration to a lot of people because he lived it.
Mm-hmm.
He's been through it. So I think that's really dope. One of the centers is going to be a women's residential treatment center, and then the 2 other ones are going to be men's detox and
Nice.
residential treatment homes.
The
That's
women
awesome.
getting some love there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. I mean, just think about how Donte with Hog Mob and everything that they do ministry wise,
Right.
being able to partner um with all these other folks, right, that are in that photo that are
Mhm.
there. Obviously we know, Lamar and all that, but it's just truly amazing what God can do, especially, if you allow him to. So
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
he has the homes, right, for the prisoners who, try to get
Right.
back into life. And then now you got this. So awesome.
Yeah, I think it's dope because like people got to put respect on Hog Mob's name, man. Like a lot of people joke, that they're a gang or whatever, or like just all kinds of things, right? And these dudes are really doing ministry, man. They're really outside, like the music um
It's a small
is
portion.
is about ministry. It's not
Yeah.
like they trying to sell records and be the biggest name and sign to Sony or something like that. Like they really about ministry, man. And they outside, and you don't hear like stuff like this, with a lot of other artists that are out right now, which is really dope, I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I feel like Dante is the perfect person for this, right? Because like his heart and where he's
Yeah.
at with what he's trying to accomplish is so God focused. Where it's like, bro, they picked the perfect person, right? It wasn't
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
person where you're like, oh, this person was just there for a bag, or this person is just trying to
Right.
get a name.
Nah, he been doing it.
Like when you think about what he says as how the houses look and the
Mhm.
money they put into it and to making it like this high tech thing, right? Where it's not the norm, right? So
Right.
it's like they're like the two, you know what I mean? It's just the perfect match, man. Match made in heaven for real.
Word, word. So congrats to them, and
Absolutely.
Shouts
and
out to
Thank God.
TMZ for finally putting some
something good.
positive
Right. It's not ratchet,
news out
right?
there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, TMZ Sports, but we'll take it.
We'll eat that.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah. What else we got?
I mean, what you got, bro? We got what else we got? Oh, did you talk about we mentioned FedNow, but you didn't talk about your man Bob Lee, right?
Who's that?
That's the dude that the founder of Cash App.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was actually kind of weird too, because we were talking about how, they're trying to ban Bitcoin. Sorry,
Mhm.
we're jumping back to this, everybody,
Yeah.
but we talked about government trying to ban Bitcoin, right? So then they got the Fed now popping, and then this dude,
The next
uh,
day.
it was the next day, right?
Yeah.
It's reported that this guy, Jimmy said his name. I don't remember his name now.
Bob Lee.
Yeah, who was a founder of Cash App, and then also he's a founder of a startup, right? Mobile something,
Mobile
which
coin,
which
something like
has
that.
to do with crypto.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Dude is stabbed in San Francisco at like late hours of the morning,
Mhm.
and unfortunately he passes away
Right.
um, from that incident. And yeah, everybody was like, "Whoa!" And apparently he was like really well known within the like startup community too.
Okay.
So based on what I was reading on Twitter, because it was even before it even hit the news, somebody on Twitter had reported it, and it was going viral. They say, "Oh, my good friend such and such from Cash App founding member,
Mhm.
was stabbed to death." But that was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was he was out late, right? Like 2 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah,
And um he got stabbed and then passed out like in front of a random building that I guess he was trying to find help or
yeah.
yeah, it's
That's a
pretty
kind of
crazy.
like a sus situation, right?
But
I
is
mean, I
it
don't.
because
What
San
you doing at
Francisco's
2 a.m.?
drinking, bro? We at the bar, we getting lit, I'm popping bottles, you know what I'm saying? Like
Nah,
that's what
bro.
you don't think that's what he was doing?
Nah, I don't think so.
What was he doing then? What do you think he was doing?
Think he
I
was
don't
set
know.
up?
Maybe he could have been set up, or I think Jimmy, you were gonna mention San Francisco is mostly tech, and you don't think what that
No, I was
crime
gonna say
could be crazy?
no, I was gonna say that crime in San Francisco is crazy right now
Yeah,
because
correct.
there's a lot of drugs, there's
Yes,
a lot of people with mental health issues, a lot of homeless
yes,
people on the street. You know what I mean? It's just wild. It's like it's wild. And then I think the if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the mayor who was calling like to defund the police.
right, right. Yeah,
So like, what you think gonna happen? And then
right,
you
right,
you can't you can't have a blick either. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, so you calling to defund the police, but you also can't defend yourself.
Correct.
Like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah. So, I mean, for me, like conspiracy wise, is kind of wild. The situations that occurred, and then also the fact that you around like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Like, what you doing outside at that time, right?
Yeah,
And you're owner of a startup, and then you had also, this is just me thinking, right? You had the SVP situation happen, right? I don't know if he had his company money in that bank, right? Because he was running a startup.
yeah.
So many things.
Wait. What is the SVB? I don't get the connection. What do you
The
mean by
the
that?
Silicon Valley.
Yeah, yeah. What about it?
Well, so a lot of the crypto companies
Mm-hmm.
had their money in that bank,
Okay.
Hmm.
and then when everything went down,
Mm-hmm.
where the bank collapsed, right?
Mm-hmm.
All these startups were like scrambling because like, yo, all these millions of dollars
Mm-hmm.
from VC money, and other money that they've gotten from even the government, like they were like kind of like freaking out. So even though the government came in on Monday and like, yo,
Yeah.
everything's good, everything's chilling, but who knows? Maybe dude got over leverage, and I don't
So
know.
you think it was targeted? Like, is there anything else that's out there?
Conspiracy wise, it seems kind of sus.
Okay.
Yeah, at least to me.
I'm shocked that Jimmy's like not. Jimmy's like, yo, I mean, he out too late. Probably something happened.
Yo, I'm saying like that city is a bad, like it's tough. You know what I mean? And you everybody knows when you out past midnight, man. Like that's why I try to be in the house by like 9 o'clock. I'm in bed by 10 o'clock, bro. Because when you in a big city, bro, nothing good happens after midnight.
So you ain't outside
Nah, I ain't,
like
nope,
that.
not me, bro. Not me. I am.
You inside.
I'm inside all the time, 24/7. You know what I'm saying? You won't catch me outside. You know. You
Yeah.
know, if I can't bring my blick to your church, don't invite me.
Ooh.
Damn.
Don't invite me, cause
No trips to New York then.
yep.
All right. I mean, it was strange, but I think media knows how to play on things. You know what I'm saying? Because the FedNow thing has been out for a while, right? But it's just being announced that it's going to roll out in July, something like that, right?
Yeah.
So it hasn't. It's not like it wasn't in the works before. And I also kind of felt like them killing him doesn't really affect Cash App, right? Like, because
Nah, because he
he's no
wasn't part of
longer
Cash App anymore. Yeah.
right. He's no longer a part of that now. The new thing that he's a part of, I think it's Mobile Coin or something like that, where he's like, I don't think he's a founder. I think he's like a chief director or something like that. That may have some kind of ties to do with it, right? Or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? You never know, man. Maybe the tech world is just as shady as anything else. You know what I mean?
Why not?
Who's to say? We don't know.
Right.
I
That's
guess we'll
facts.
figure out more and more as more comes about.
Yeah, that's definitely wild, man.
Again, stabbed. I mean, they definitely have to ban knives now.
They should just ban killing, and then it would all stop. Right?
Yeah.
You know, one thing I did see, because when they released the video of him getting killed, a lot of people were like, "Yo, why y'all posting this?"
Wait. Was it like the actual video of him getting stabbed, or when he collapsed?
Oh, when he collapsed. I'm
Okay,
sorry, but
okay.
like his final seconds or his final, whatever it was, a minute.
Right.
And people were like, "Yo, I can't believe y'all posting this," and I kind of felt like that was interesting because we see things like this all day, right? Like on the
All
internet.
day.
Like just recently I saw something that happened in like Queens or Harlem or something.
Well,
Where
why
the
you
guy
lying?
just shot somebody did get killed in Queens recently, actually.
Yo, people die every day all over the world.
So, but anyway, I just found it interesting because the comments were usually aren't as sympathetic towards him. They were very sympathetic, like, "Yo, why are we posting this?" And have we become desensitized to these things of
That's a
watching
good
people
question.
die all the time? Like this was
That's a
something
good
that
question.
back in the days we didn't even want to watch, right? Like remember it was like rotten.com or something crazy like that.
I wanted to watch. I was on rotten.com. I wanted to watch.
Right? Where there was like
beheadings
beheadings and all these crazy killings, and
Yep.
we were like, oh, like we would cringe just thinking about that, right? But now
Right.
it's just like go on Instagram, oh, there goes somebody else dying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Getting shot in the head.
I think if it helps, you know what I'm saying, like find the person, right? If like the intent is to catch the person who was involved in the crime,
Right.
I could see the benefit there, but just to watch somebody die for no reason, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you don't need to post that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah. But even us as believers, like, should we watch that, right? Because it's like somebody's really dying, right? Like we say when we watch movies, we be like, oh yeah, that's too gruesome, and we shouldn't watch that, or you know what I mean, or our kids shouldn't watch that, or whatever it may be. But yeah, we'll watch like real life scenarios where people are getting killed. And I'm not saying like in a judgmental way. I'm just saying, are we that desensitized, or are we like, you know
I
what I'm
mean, it
saying?
depends. It
Because I
depends
watch
your
them.
intent. It
Some of them,
depends on your
some of them I
intent.
do
Yeah,
watch. Like,
yeah. It
I
depends
want to
like
know
why
like
you're
what
watching it.
happened,
Right.
but I don't contribute no way, right? Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I know who did it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
like, yo, what happened? And then you
So
watch the video, and
so
then
you
you
watch
see like,
it kind of like for enjoyment
no, not for enjoyment, but just to see.
or
You just kind
entertainment?
of want to see what happened. Like,
This dude makes a
well, what happened? Like, what?
bowl of popcorn.
Nah, man, I ain't trying to. I'm
Now you
not
know what?
celebrating nobody's death.
I watch it for educational purposes, right? Like to see how it happened, why it happened, what and like I usually see like, oh, he wasn't paying attention, you know what I mean, to people coming in through the front door, or he could have escaped, he could have fled, you know what I mean, like that type of stuff. So like if I'm ever in a situation, God forbid, I'm in a situation like that, I know how to escape, or at least attempt to escape, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I seen one video where this kid was like trying to stop a fight and he ended up getting stabbed in the neck because he wasn't paying attention, you know what I'm saying, like. And that's like, all right, you got to pay attention. Like if you're trying to break up a fight, you need to pay attention who's around and who's behind you, because also dudes come and they'll hit you from the back of the head. You don't even know. You're not paying attention to what's going on. So I like to watch them just like, for that educational aspect of it, not necessarily because I like to see people die. You know what I mean? That's heartbreaking, because that's somebody's son, that's somebody's sister, you know what I mean, like, and I got kids that that are young adults, so it definitely is heartbreaking for me.
Yeah. Do you find yourself becoming obsessed with some of the stuff? Like you rewatch it over and over?
Nah.
Like I watched Junior's thing over and over, and I was just like,
That
yo,
was
like how did
really
I
heartbreaking,
was like,
bro.
how did this happen? Like, it was so sad. It was just like,
Yeah.
I guess to your point, Switch, right? With Junior's situation, that was something that we are not, I guess, accustomed to hearing or seeing that type of uh, how do I say? I guess a type of, I don't know, killing
Violence.
that's that type of violence, right? Um, I mean, unless it's in a movie, right?
Or the
Um,
Dominican Republic.
or if you're in DR, yes, I was gonna mention that part. But yeah, like,
Actually, Latin America, man, because I've seen videos on YouTube where
oh,
dudes are
true. I
like,
mean,
they're like
yeah,
with the machetes just going at each
right,
other.
right,
It's like,
right,
bro,
right. Yeah, yeah,
what is wrong
exactly.
with y'all?
Yeah, and then you have like
fighting over a soccer game.
right, right,
Right.
MS-13 and all that stuff
That's El
like that.
Salvador and Honduras.
Yeah, that's like
That really
brutal.
happened.
Yeah, but yeah, so like those type of incidents, you don't see that like often here, at least.
Well, I think we didn't see that then, but now it's like we see a lot of. I mean, maybe not as brutal, but we do see, like, since COVID and everything, it's just like the videos have gotten worse and worse, in my opinion. Like the amount of videos, I guess. It's just like, and then who's sending these videos, right? Like these people are just like, oh, I recorded this in my store. Let me send it to TMZ to post, or send it to this person.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, well, you also have Freedom of Information Act where you can get all these because the cops are gonna have it anyway, right? Because they're trying to gather evidence, so you can ask for it and eventually get it, and then someone just post it online.
Yeah.
So if somebody dies, right, and the cops have access to it, I can request to get that video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it's if the cops just showed up because you found somebody dead anywhere, right? They're most likely going to be recording, and you can request that information.
Wow.
Right? It doesn't have to make the news.
And then sometimes I feel like we become our own private investigators.
What you mean?
Where we're trying to figure out what happened. And like,
oh yeah,
it looks like this guy, and we trying to put the pieces together.
We do that For sure. We do that for sure. You start playing the video frame by frame to see what happened. Look,
Like,
he's
yo,
wearing.
he had the white shirt, and then
Yeah.
that's the same dude that posted on IG 5 hours ago.
Look at his shoes. Look at his shoes. It's the same guy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. But I think that also comes from, well, at least the bigger cases where a lot of people feel the verdict was incorrect, right? And then you have kind of like the twisting of the lawyers and how they explain things go down and stuff like that. You know, I guess that incentivizes us to like, all right, let me see this video and like kind of put two and two together. Like, are they seeing what I'm seeing, etc. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that too, right? Because you wanna see it in context, right? Like in its entirety. Because with the media spin is completely different, right? Because if it bleeds, it leads, right? That's what they say in media.
yeah,
And so you question the narrative. Let me see what really happened. Oh, well, this happened before. So that kind of explains, what I mean, why they did this or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's that aspect too, is really trying to get down to the truth of it all. But it is heartbreaking, man.
Yeah.
word. Yeah,
So yeah, man. So our condolences out to the families for this gentleman that unfortunately was stabbed to death, man. It's horrible for anybody to die alone, man. You know?
yeah.
That's horrible, especially such a violent death like a stabbing. So our condolences out to the families.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
Man, so man, give him some hope, man. Give him the word of the day, bro.
Word.
Well, today's word of the day. All right, man. We'll give them the word of the day. We got Colossians 2:6-7. It says, alive in Christ. Therefore, as you received Christ Jesus the Lord, so walk in him, rooted and built up in him and established in the faith, just as you were taught, abounding in thanksgiving. Amen.
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 Well, thank.
I got
What
that
were
word
you
of the
saying?
day last minute, by the way.
Yeah,
I
that's
got it
good,
off
man.
one of those-
Revelation by revelation.
One of those websites
That's
that
good.
they're like, yeah, scripture of the day.
Oh, ChatGPT.
Oh, I should start using chat. What
To
is
write your
it?
sermons? Yeah.
Yeah. Look at
Write your rhymes. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in with us on our episode this week. Since we weren't here last week, we appreciate everybody that listens, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you, everybody, and peace.
Peace.
Deuces.